Well, I have great confidence in our ability to generate smooth closings. And because of the experience that I've had in the litigation issues, resolving issues, regulatory issues, the title issues, advising people on wording in contracts, that there really aren't that many issues that I haven't seen. So that combined with a great staff, highly competent, intelligent, experienced staff, we have great confidence that just anything that comes through the door, we can resolve in one way or another. And once again, communicating with people, setting expectations, giving them some greater understanding of what's happening, why it's happening, and how much time it'll take to resolve. That leads to a high level of satisfaction among our clients. I'm David Rankin. I'm the owner of American Patriot Title. I'm an attorney. I do quite a few real estate transactions. I represent buyers and sellers in real estate transactions. I also represent individuals who are licensed by the state of Florida in disciplinary actions, which include real estate brokers and salespeople. In every transaction, and real estate agents are very interested in transactions because that serves their clients and also generates a commission for the real estate agent. So in order to have a successful business, you have to have a real estate title company that can perform all the closing services and ensure a smooth and uneventful closing. Probably the first thing that separates us from other title companies is being owned by an attorney, and I experience not only in title but also disciplinary matters, title law, real estate law, so that the agents, when there's any type of issue, if they send closings to us, they have an experienced attorney basically on call. There's no need to engage a separate attorney. I'm available immediately for both the buyer's agents and the seller's agents. So I represented real estate brokers and sales associates for many years. I was the attorney for the local realtor board for 17 years. So one of the things that I try to do on a daily basis is keep up with trends, developing laws, and I give a number of seminars each month to real estate organizations, realtors in general, to share with them what the developing trends are and the new legislation that might affect their practice. Most recently, there was a significant title issue on a vacant land sale where just a number of different survey title issues, and there was about $3.5 million involved. Both sides were very apprehensive about these issues, and probably within a matter of a few weeks we were able to resolve those issues and have a successful closing. I think efficiency and accuracy is really a function of how experienced and how good the people working at American Patriot Title are, and I think in each and every instance where I'm very pleased with the kind of attention that each employee gives each file and the expertise that they have because of the many years in the title industry. Very sophisticated approach and very inventive as far as problem solving. Relationships are friendships, and friendships can only be developed by spending time with one another. Also, the relationships are enhanced by the kind of unique information that I have, basically as an attorney who's involved in the title industry and the regulatory disciplinary area. So usually most issues, if I don't know the answer, I have the resources to find the answer, and I think that is what keeps people calling and interested in retaining a relationship. Once again, it's a matter of personnel, and I think that's the beginning, where if you have high standards as far as the people you hire, then you can have some comfort in knowing that each day when they arrive at the office, they're driven to make sure that each individual customer, each individual buyer and seller are addressed, and they communicate with them on a regular basis, keep them up to date, solve the issues, and make everybody aware that the issues are in the process of being solved, and when they are solved, that they do have a resolution. I think the biggest thing is communication, because the best beginning of problem solving is understanding what the problem is. So communication is really first and foremost. And then once again, there's the resources, our own employees as far as putting together the facts, getting the documentation that's needed. And if for some reason we can't resolve it at that stage, then we have the resources of our underwriter, which is the largest underwriter in the United States, with attorneys, title searches, access to all kinds of information. You start with hiring people they have a great deal of respect for, and then that really encourages from the day that they start through the many years that they're working there. A very positive, encouraging relationship. And it's a collegial relationship. It's not a top-down kind of, we're all colleagues. We all have a lot of respect for one another, encourage one another throughout the day. And one of the exciting things is when there is an issue, and in the title business there's always issues to be solved, that there are people at the title company that we work with on a regular basis on different issues, and just I have a lot of confidence in their ability to gather the information, take advantage of our expertise, and get problems solved. Probably the vast majority of issues are legal issues, whether they are contract related, putting together an agreement, resolving issues, knowing what the agreement is, starting with that foundation, and then applying the Florida law to having some idea, having litigated in the past, having represented people down at the courthouse, and I have a better understanding as far as what the outcome might be, and I can relate to people on the other side, whether they are brokers or whether there are attorneys. And I can immediately have a conversation with them, come to some understanding as far as what's the foundation, what are the facts, what are the relevant documents, and then have a conversation with them about, what is your position, share mine, reach some kind of understanding about what a good resolution for the parties would be. When you have very high character employees, that is somewhat self-directed as far as doing the right thing, but then during the problem solving and sharing with them what the applicable regulations are and what laws govern, what kind of industry practices come into play, and sharing that on a regular basis with the employees so that they know when an issue comes up what the correct process and procedure is. I think first of all, you have conversations with the people involved, buyers, sellers, the agents involved, and let them know, given the circumstances of each file, the one that they happen to be involved in, what are realistic expectations. Because our business at the outset is really setting expectations. People have a certain time and ideas about what is reasonable in their minds. And so once again, it's a matter of communicating, having an understanding of what they're thinking, what their expectations are, and then if their expectations are unrealistic or they need to have some better understanding of what the issues are, how long it may take to resolve, having that conversation with them so that they, at some point in the future, don't get frustrated as far as it's taking too long or what's going on. A great thing once again about the employees is they stay in touch with buyers and sellers and agents, and they understand, having been in their position before and having all the experience that they do, that really if you communicate and you set reasonable expectations, then it takes a lot of the frustration out of a transaction.